let's get started with making some materials for our project. We're going to keep them pretty simple. I want to show you again the effect that we're looking for. I had already rendered what are called some targas from our finish file, and I want to show you what they look like. You view targas by going rendering, RAM player. At least this is one way to view a targa. You could open up in Photoshop too, or go view image file under the rendering main menu item. But we're going to use rendering RAM player and click on this little open folder here, and I'm going to find some files that I had already rendered earlier, and we're going to use that to take a look at the colors that we're shooting for with our project. And of course yours might be tinted one way or the other, but this is a principle that you might want to use to get materials very quickly. In the RAM player, by the way, we usually are going for a sequence, so I'll show you as we go along, as we get approaching the rendering part of our lesson, how to get these targets. But right now I'm opening this up using sequence, and that's important for you to sort of remember when you do your own. And I'm hitting OK on a couple of dialog boxes. It's going to load up into our RAM here. And as you can see it loading up, you can see that we have a really muted color palette. But that's good for us because, you know, we don't really want a bunch of, I don't want to use the word goofy, but I guess I just did. We don't want really bright, kind of crazy colors. We want something that has a little bit of depth and tone to it. So, but it's also very easy to make. So if you look at this, you can say, well, gosh, I've got sort of a dark gray over there, a little bit leaning towards the brown side, but I've got more almost bluish grays all over the place. The RAM player is neat, by the way, because you can just click through step by step. Now, what I like about this color palette is I've got a lot of dark or middle tone grays, so whenever I put a color in, it's very eye-catching, even if it itself is a really low saturation tone. I can move forward here. I'm looking at, you know, colors, etc. There's a smoke glass here, and there's a glass on this car. There's some metallics that have a higher specularity, and you know, the car has a little bit more specularity than the building. I can move forward here. There's a concrete tone. There's some glass there that I can see through. Not a lot of reflectivity in this scene. You know, there's a car down there that's got some blue, another flying taxi, and you know, here and there I can just see different tones of gray, and up here is our sky. So that gives us an overview of what we're shooting for. Let's get busy and make these materials.